Hi, everybody. It's Amy. I'm making a pre-recorded video for our class today because I have something I have to take care of today and I can't be here with you at this particular time. So basically, this is just like what I would normally do in a team session, except I don't get to talk to you directly, but that's okay. During our tutorial time this week, I'll be available for you and I can always take appointments through my booking site. So I'm going to post Microsoft Forms for attendance for today. So I'm going to see how this goes. I'll put it. I'll either email it to you, or I'll put it in the calendar, or Teams, or maybe all of them. And what you have to do is just go in and fill out the form that hey, I watched the video, I understand it, and then post any questions, and then I'll use that for attendance. Okay. So first of all, what you see on my screen here is the 27th, which is Monday. This is video production. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're up and at 'em and ready to go. We are going to work on our introduction video this week. Many of you were working on it during the week and some of you fell behind. It's totally fine. I want you to know that I understand it's really tough to get motivated. The online learning is complicated for a lot of us. And so, especially for students to figure out, you have 7 classes, you're trying to get your work done. So take it easy. Please don't stress out about the assignments. If you haven't finished it, it's totally fine. I haven't graded any of this stuff for the 3rd quarter. This is all for the new quarter. You're totally fine with it. So take a deep breath, relax. It's going to be fine. We are finishing the introduction video this week. So as you can see, I'm going to click on every link in the agenda so you know that it takes you to a place. And I want to double check to make sure it's right because I made a few tiny mistakes last week. That's normal for me. So here's our introduction video. It's a 30-second video introducing yourself. And you're going to be learning the basics of making a short video in Premiere. And you'll have some group support to complete the project. And that's you actually reaching out to people in the class for help if you need it. And I'm giving you feedback. I'm going back to the calendar again. Hopefully this will help you navigate the OneNote a little better. Remember that calendar tab is at the top. It's the first one, okay? So as you're finishing the introduction video, maybe you haven't done it. I only had 5 people turn it in. I only had 4 people turn it in for feedback. And the feedback's located in your OneNote. So work on it this week, okay? If you're done and you got feedback and hey, I'm ready. I'm ready to turn in my final. You're going to turn in your revised final intro video to this folder. When I click on that link, let's see where it goes. Goes to here. We have 2 people who've turned in their final. That's awesome. And I actually haven't watched them yet. I'm going to be watching them probably by the time you view this video. Let's go back to the OneNote. It says here, if you did not turn it in, finish it this week. You still need to turn in your rough draft. That's okay. I understand. So here's this link to turn in your rough draft for your intro video folder. And let's see what we have as of today. Hey, we've got people who've turned in their rough draft. That's awesome. And I've looked at most of those and given you feedback already. So pop them in there. You actually have access to view each other's videos. If you want to watch people's, you can. Please don't delete anybody's. That would not be cool. Okay. So please email me if you need more of an extension. It is that simple. Send me an email if you want to CC your parent, totally fine. And of course, I'm going to approve any extension that you need. I understand. Please follow the directions. I've had a lot of questions this week, really great questions. And thanks to Xavier, because he asked me a question that was the best one I'd seen. And it was like, this doesn't make sense. What's going on here? Oh, it's because I made a mistake and I pushed out some wrong documents to you. So thank you, Xavier, for catching that for me. It was a great conversation we had. It was really helpful. So when I talked with lots of other students this week, I said, hey, go to these project steps for the intro video. Look at your objectives, see your driving questions. The project requirements are right here. It's just a 30-second video, and I've loved the videos I've seen. So great. Your hobbies, your foods, all the things that you do is great. You can work together and collaborate if you would like. Each person's going to be turning in their own, remember. We are not going to be combining videos into one final video for now. I might do that if I have time. You're just turning in your own video, okay? Remember, that was optional. It's just too much to do right now, so don't worry about that. Remember the pre-production? That was just your planning. You could just have a little tiny thing written out. Hey, I'm going to talk about this, this, and that. It's super simple, so make it easy. This simple storyboard template, let's click on that. And it is right here. You can download that, write it, hold it up to your computer, take a picture of it, and drop it in your OneNote if you'd like, or use your phone, whatever you'd like. Let's go back to the project steps. And then when you're finished with that, you're going to turn it into your storyboard script turn-in page. And that's intro video, storyboard script turn-in page. That's in your OneNotes, okay? So it looks like this. You turn in your storyboard or your script, just put it in there wherever it fits, copy paste or type it in, and then just grade yourself, okay? Let's go back to the project steps again. The production is just you. It's just you filming your work, okay? That's all it is. I'm going to move myself here. I'm going to shrink myself down. So this page right here, I probably need to change that. I'm going to delete that. This is where you're going to be turning in. This is kind of like your rough draft turn-in page. Basically, you need to turn a rough draft in. You can put it here if you want to, but you have to put it in the folder. This is where I'm going to give you feedback also. The feedback will be in your OneNote, and it'll say intro, video production, filming, and rough draft turn-in page. I will type it in for you, maybe audio comments. I might make a video. I'll probably just type it to keep it simple, and I'll give you suggestions. Make sure you ask your family or friends for suggestions. That always helps. And then after you have your final, after you have feedback, then you're going to go and revise your video if I made suggestions. If not, then your rough draft is your final, okay? And then you don't have to grade yourself below, but you can. And I'm going to go ahead and put the link here. And it says unedited films, and I'm going to change that to rough draft. That's where I made a huge mistake before, and I didn't have it called the rough draft. My apologies if that was confusing. And I saw a lot of people's comments in the one that like question mark, what is this? What are you talking about? If you ever see anything that doesn't make sense, wow, send me an email. I totally understand. Transferring everything to OneNote and putting all directions on, I make mistakes too. So if it doesn't look right to you, read it again. If it still doesn't look right, send me an email, okay? So the post-production is editing. This is all the steps for editing. How to export stuff is right here in the end. There's even some fun stuff, like if you want to make your own music, if you want to look at, remember the online assignment that only 6 people did? Oh my, that's going in the Great Book as a formative people. If you didn't do that, you should probably go do it. There's lots of resources and clips you could use. Sounds and music, things like that. If you need help, you need to go and watch this video. This video right here was what you were supposed to watch in the very beginning. It's a 14-minute video, and it shows you how to put together your intro video. I take you through the whole process. Take a look. See what it looks like. See if it works. Hey, it works.
Hi, everybody. This is Amy, and I'm going to go over just doing a super basic Premiere video.
Right. I'm not going to show that whole video because you need to go watch it. It's totally worth your while. So if you feel lost, I'm there. I'm recorded. It's there for you. Watch it. And then if you have questions, of course, send me an email. All of these directions, step by step, take your time and just put together whatever you can. You're learning. You're not going to get it all perfect, and that's perfectly fine with me. Okay. Let's see. Get feedback from 2 other group members and Amy. It says group members. I'm going to write family. Okay. And I'm going to put 1 instead. 1 other group member. How about class member instead? Let's change that. That's easier. Okay. Then you're going to refine and revise your film and turn in your final one. Just follow all these instructions. Okay. When you turn in your final, you're also going to be grading yourself here. So it says turn in your final intro video here. You have to export it. If you turn it as a Premiere file, I'll say, how you got to export this and follow the directions on how to export. You can copy and paste the file right here if you can. If it's too big, don't worry. You can write up, too big, doesn't work. Pop it in this folder and then grade yourself and you're done. Okay. The other thing is if you turn in your final and it's not the grade that you want and you want to improve it more, perfectly fine. Pop me an email and say, hey, I want to fix my intro video. I know I can make it better. That's the way we learn. So I would suggest that when I put formative, they're all formative grades. I can't grade anything summative anymore. But the formative grade is so you can see what it would be like if it was a summative. So treat it like a summative. It's a good assessment of what you're doing, and you're all going to do great. Please don't hide and think, I can't do this. It's too hard. I don't want to do it. No. That's not okay. You need to reach out. You need to ask me questions, and I'm going to help you. Even if I have to get online with you and you share your screen with me and we work through it together, or you send me your files and I show you how to put it together, I'm here for you. Okay. So that's the intro video for the week. The next thing we're doing this week is the personal film project. I'm super excited about this. The personal film project is basically, let's click on the link. It is a story. It's going to be from 2 to 4 minutes long. Please read through this. Last week, you're supposed to read through all of it. But if you're like, oh, I read that Monday, what the heck are we doing? Read it again, because the driving questions are super important. This is what we do at Big Picture. We have driving questions. So you're capturing ideas and stories about life. So please make something that's important to you and something that's meaningful. If you just make something just for the assignment, it's kind of a waste of your time. You need to make something that's going to benefit you or your family or a teacher or someone that you care about, or maybe it's about something important. Then please watch this video below. Let's make sure that works. Some people had a problem with this video, so they had to click this link to watch it. It's working. So this used to be called the narrative film, but it is a narrative. So I call it the personal film project because you're picking something that's important to you, but you're doing a story, beginning, middle, and end. Okay, let's go back to the calendar real quick. Just keep going back to the calendar when you're trying to figure out what we're doing. This is your landing base. Last week you read through the project details. You're supposed to read through all of this so you understand the overall project. It's not a lot to read. If you want to click every link as you're going, that's fine. You are also supposed to work on the storytelling for Khan Academy. And this link, you're supposed to read this. It's about the Pixar in the box behind the scenes. And the purpose is for you to learn from professional storytellers. The directions are very simple. Go to this link, or you can use the links that are below. I posted them in there. You're supposed to choose one or more activities in each section to answer or complete. So you're basically doing 6 activities, and they're so simple. They're really easy. And you're just typing directly into this form. This is in your OneNote. I pushed out the Storytelling Academy. I think I accidentally pushed out 2, sorry. So I went through and I deleted extra ones. So find this and you just go in and you're like, oh, activity 2. And you just type you type la 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 la. I'm typing la 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 because that's easy to type right now. And you can see my hands are by my video camera down there. It's kind of weird, huh? I know yours is up above, mine's down below. So weird. Anyway, so take that out. It's kind of weird. But that's all you do. You type in your answers for activity. I do 1 activity here. I would do 1 under character. So it's super simple. So if you're like, wait, I'm totally lost. What am I supposed to do? You click the link. Oh, overview, purpose, directions. What's this? I'm going to click on the directions. Okay. And I'm going to go to Khan Academy. Please load. Please load. It's happening. My internet has been really slow today. Oh, there it is. Hey, we are storytellers. What makes a good story? What makes someone a good storyteller? Read that. And then here's the cool part. You get to watch these super cool videos. Is it going to play? Is it going to work? They're really good. And they have illustration. Oh, my favorite. See, come on, you got to do this. It's so cool. You're going to learn so much. So you watch that and you're like, oh, activity 1. What's this? Look, this is one of my favorite movies. Come on. This is so easy to do. Love this movie. If you've not seen it, you need to watch it. Sadness, joy, fear, disgust, anger. It's just a super fun activity, expressing memories. I love this. And so you just like, oh, I did. This is so great. I'm going to write a memory in less than a page, do emotions, use emojis, whatever you want. Or express your memory using only lines and shapes. You can draw something out, take a picture. Oh my gosh. There's an example. There's no excuse not to do this because it's a great project. You don't have to read everything. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do 1 activity in each section. That's it. And I've even outlined it for you here. We are storytellers. Character. You can click on the links right from here. I made this pretty easy. A lot of people are like, oh, it's just so much to do. Oh, come on, people. It's not that hard. There's other things that are a lot harder, believe me. So do the best you can, though. You don't get them all done. It takes you another week or 2, and you end up finishing it at the end of the semester. That's fine. Hopefully you'll learn something. So there is one example. It's in part 5, Film Grammar Activity 1. I found an example they provided and I pasted it in. It was that easy. Please don't copy their examples. Do your own. And then have fun. Learn a lot. So that's what you were supposed to be doing last week. But if you're still working, finish up this week. That's what it says in the directions for the week in the agenda. Then this week, you're going to be planning your idea for your personal film project, for your narrative. Remember, it's a story that tells something personal or not personal. It can be anything you'd like with a beginning, middle, or end. It does not have to be personal. It does not have to be something that is super secret for you. Please don't do that. Please don't do a story that you don't want people to know, because other people will be watching your videos. It needs to be something that you feel comfortable telling and you're okay with. I think I did. I showed you the video that I made of my dog Bob, which is in the examples. I put the link on there so you can watch that video again. It's not the best, but it's kind of cute. He's a cute dog. Now it's my personal video story that I made as an example on my personal film project. So by the next time we meet in Teams, have your planning completed. Remember, the planning is the pre-production, okay? Your planning could be a storyboard and a script or a combination of both. So you go to this link if you want to find a storyboard to use, and then choose what works for you. If you want to make your own, fine. I did this yesterday. I did this make your own storyboard. It's so easy. You could totally do this. You just create a table in your OneNote and make a simple storyboard. Here's an example. I put a number here to tell me what number of sequence the story is. And then I add images or drawings. And then you add text and talk about the details. Maybe it's your script. Then you talk about your narration, music, and sound effects, and then you can describe the details of filming angles or styles. So my example is, if my narrative story is going to be about my garden, I think that's what I'm going to choose. I would probably want to, put somewhere at the top, like, my story is about my garden, okay? And I'm growing these right now. They haven't bloomed yet, but I'm hopeful. So my narration would be this: I've planted a garden this spring, and I will tell you all about it. First, I started last fall with flower bulbs and containers. That would just be the first scene. So this is like the first scene of my personal narrative. And maybe my music is soft, relaxing instrumental music. And my sound effects, I may add birds chirping in the background because it'll seem like nature. And then my filming will be, I'm going to do some close-ups of flowers and not panning, planning of my garden. I'll have drawings maybe. I can put those in. Here's what I'm thinking, and maybe here's the space. And I'd go out and I'd film it a little bit, just like, oh, here's where I'm going to put the garden, and I'm thinking that it's going to be like fenced and whatever. So that's just like scene one. And then I would go up here and I would number two, and then I'd put like, okay, here are my seed packets. Da, da, da. You get the idea? I hope so. So that's making your own storyboard. I'm going back to the calendar. Once you've made your storyboard and script, it could be both, a combination of both, whatever works for you. Turn in your planning to your OneNote, and personal film pre-production turn in. Let's see what that looks like. Did I get this right? Hey, here we are. This is pushed out to you. I hope. I will double check to make sure you have it. Pretty sure you do. The directions are right here. Anything doesn't make sense, please tell me. Just pop your storyboard in here, whether it's a Word document or you copy and you paste it in, and you grade yourself. It's that straightforward, okay? There's nothing special or simple. I think it's pretty easy, I hope. And then if you want, and that's all for this week. And it might seem like a lot, but if you were caught up from last week and you did a lot of the other stuff, you don't have a lot to do. But some of you may take a lot of time working on what you're doing. If you want to begin filming and gathering media, you can, but it is not required. I'm going to look through your planning and provide like a formative score for your planning and give you suggestions to make your planning more valuable to crafting your film. Please make something meaningful. If you need ideas, create something special for your family. What if you made a film about your quarantine life? You could create a story that's illustrated. If you wanted to do a story about your future, that's fine. You can make a film about nature in your garden. You could make like I showed you the example, I had a student make a film about the first landing on the moon with Creative Commons images. You don't have to film anything. You can go and find all kinds of things on the internet, and we have all those resources there in the online learning resources. They're also in the curating online resources. Remember this project? Some of you did it, some of you didn't. These are so many resources. Some of them are accessible, some of them are not. So I haven't gone into go put, yes, they're accessible or not, because not enough people did the assignment. And honestly, at this point, check, see what works for you. The one that does actually work for everyone that I found is this one right here, at thecreativecommons.org. So please use that one and then search through here and see what does work. If you need something you can't find, send me an email. I will help you find resources that you need. Have fun, be creative. Talk with your family about it. Your family wants to know what you're doing. They want to see your work. Share it with them. The last thing I have is that there are YouTube resources, and if there's anything that's blocked, you need to email me right away. I've gone in and I've unblocked a lot of videos. I'm going to click on this YouTube channel. This link takes you to video production playlist. There's a lot of technique films in here and things that you could watch that could really help you with not only life, but other things like here's some great artist videos, how to do smooth transitions in Premiere. Here's an old one about exporting. Here's some living art. This is amazing, by the way. This is a video of someone who paints everything in their area that they live in or that studio, and it looks like a painting, but it's real life. Super cool. So those are interesting things. My YouTube channel is that you can click on the link right here, and it takes you to, let's see if that takes you to this is my YouTube channel for instructional technology. It's another job that I do for a master's degree that I was working on. The channel is not approved for BSD 405, but I can click and approve it for you. There you go. Now it's approved. Wheel throwing demos. Wow, there's a lot on here. So you can go through this now. It looks like it's approved. There's arts and culture playlist. This one's great. Video production, photography, all kinds of things. So take a look there. And the last link is the YouTube channel for Bellevue Big Picture Art and CTE. Okay, this channel is approved. There's a lot here, and what I do have is Adobe Rush. That's something you can use on your phone. These videos are for the DVA High School, but you are welcome to watch them. And then here's a middle school one that I have. So there's lots of videos on here. If it's not approved, I can get that taken care of for you. And there's examples. These are PSAs, and here's the narratives. There's also digital meat. There's so much on here. So I've created this and curated this YouTube channel just for you, okay? So that's basically an agenda of what we are doing this week. If you have any questions, our Learning Lab time is Wednesday from 11 to 11:30. But honestly, and also on Friday, for anyone who misses class or does not check in on the Microsoft forum I'm going to send to you, I will be assigning you a time on Friday where you're going to have to come to some kind of a time. But you can also book a time with me. And let's just copy and paste that from last time at the very bottom here. And there we go. Book a time with me if you need help. It's very easy. I've had many people do it. Click on it, pick a time, and then it goes right to my calendar. I don't even have a thing that says I get to choose. You just pick your time. But if it doesn't work for me, I'll email you and I'll let you know. I miss you all. I hope that made sense. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And I am super looking forward to watching your introduction videos and seeing your planning for your first personal film project by the next time we meet. Bye, everybody. See you next time.